Evil heavy metal music. Coming up next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. I only like two kinds of music, heavy and metal. Yeah, love that mug. And of course, drinking some Headbangers Brew in that mug this morning. Our very own blend in regular bags, K-Cups, 5-pound bags, 9 different blends. You'll love it. Right here with all of our mugs, our t-shirts, our posters, we are metalwearfamily.com. Dear Pastor Bob, is Christian metal and rock music really of the Lord? Some say that it's the devil's music and that these Christian rockers are just a bunch of rock and roll rebels. They argue that the music is still worldly, despite the Christian lyrics and message. Christian metal was one of the tools God used to lead me to Christ back in the day. Bands such as Deliverance and Vengeance Rising, Sacrament, Sacred Warrior, etc. I went from listening to satanic metal bands to Christian metal bands. It really helped me get my feet walking in a new direction. But it's very disheartening when people say this music is evil. Do you have any thoughts on this? I would like to continue enjoying this Christian metal without being met with such harsh judgment from the naysayers. I totally understand. And it's a question I've answered a few times in my lifetime. Christian rock, Christian metal, it wasn't very accepted by the church in the very beginning, and I was there in the beginning. And it still isn't, some forms of it. And even within our own community, we get older, we say, well, melodic metal is from the Lord, but I don't know about this hardcore stuff. I don't know about black metal. That's going a little far. Experienced something interesting. This last Immortal Fest that we did, we brought our Sanctuary Worship Band, and we had a service. And I think the people there really loved it. They understood it. They got into it. And so I posted a few little clips online, and the clips were interesting. A lot of people, most people, said, well, that was awesome. And some people said, that was very worldly. That doesn't look like worship. That isn't the way you worship God. That this is, you can't do it this way. And I'm sure that that's been said for centuries. My mom loves the hymns. I do too. She doesn't like all the new songs. She likes the old hymns. I get it. I like them both. And of course, she's part of Sanctuary also. I drag her along. And she says, why do they have to do this with their heads? I said, because it's part of the culture. And it's a way of this culture worshiping the Lord. And she just didn't quite understand that. And I get that. If I wasn't in the middle of this, I might not understand it either. But I do understand what worship is. Worship is taking you, your heart, the things that you enjoy, the things you love, the things that speak to you, and worshiping God with the music, worshiping God from your heart. And I see that happening. If I didn't see it, we'd go a totally different direction. But what about that? Is it too worldly? Let me play you this clip, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So there we go. Great music. They do a wonderful job. Maybe a little rendition, different rendition of that song that possibly you're used to. But what a great opportunity to celebrate our faith. I know our worship team. I know how much they love the Lord. I know how much they're in worship. And I know how much their expression means to them and their opportunity to express their hearts with the music they love. I know that most of you agree with me as well. Not everybody that follows me likes heavy metal music, and if you don't, you may not like this style. But you may not like a lot of different styles. It has nothing to do with the style. It has to do with the heart. And it has to do with the heart of what we're singing about and whom we're singing about. And so a musical style isn't the key, isn't the subject here. The subject really has more to do with the expression of your heart towards God. Listening to songs about Him, singing songs to Him, whatever style you want to do. God's not saying, I don't know if I like that style. God is always listening to your heart. Always. And that's the communication you'll always have with Him. I love this scripture in the Psalms. It says, sing to the Lord. Psalm 33:3. Sing to the Lord a new song. Play skillfully on the strings with a loud and joyful sound. Isn't that a great scripture? What determines loud and joyful? Well, you do. What you enjoy. As long as you're singing to Him that new song that He gave you. Folks, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.